when I first learned about this, I was like, okay, that's great, but like, how does that process actually work? How is something learning how to encode a text or an image or an audio into the string of numbers? Like what? And as I mentioned before, we do this through embedding models. So how do they actually work? I teased this a bit in the first part of the webinar. Word2Vec was one of the original papers where we got to learn, or where we got the idea that you could turn words into vectors through a method. And what Word2Vec was a neural network that learned word associations from a really, really, really big corpus of text. So it was initially trained with over 100 billion words, and these words were fed into this neural network, and based on the words surrounding it, this neural network was able to learn what this word means. There's a few problems with Word2Vec. We'll get into a little bit more how it works in a sec, but there's a few problems with Word2Vec. It embeds on a word level. There was a ways around this, but if you wanted to embed a full sentence with Word2Vec, it wasn't the easiest thing. You'd have to do some vector combination things. It also doesn't address words with multiple meanings. So for example, the word bank has multiple meanings. It can be the place where you put your money. It can be the place on the side of a river. It can be when you're driving really fast and turn, you're banking. It can be a verb. So it doesn't address those. Bank would just have one vector using Word2Vec, which is interesting. Okay, and they trained, or the way they got these embeddings from this model is they did a prediction model. And the particular prediction algorithm they used was called a skipgram. Basically, what you would do is you would input a word, and the model would try to predict the words surrounding it. So the words that came before it and the words that came after it. And surprising enough, when you train a model to do this prediction thing, it gets really good at learning what a word means, and then you can take that vector output and use that as the vector representation. Let's go into a bit more about that prediction thing, because it's kind of interesting, and I liked learning about it. Okay, so as I mentioned, so let's make the data set for training our Word2Vec model. So we have the sentence, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to take an input word, and then our target words that we're going to use to basically score the model on how close it got to the target words are going to be the two words in front of it and the two words behind it, if that makes sense. So we can get a data set over here of all of our data. So not is an input word, that's a target word, that's what we want the model to predict. And for every input word, we get 4 target words. So then we're going to take our untrained neural network, our untrained model, and we're going to give it the task of predicting a neighboring word. So we're going to input not, and we want it to input our target, or we want it to output our target word of thou. And the model's going to do this. It's going to say, okay, not, I'm going to find that vector embedding. Then I'm going to take that vector embedding, go through all my math stuff in the background, and I'm going to output a prediction vector. And then we're going to correspond that to the vocabulary. So what word that prediction vector corresponds to. And our model chose to predict taco as its neighboring word. And we're like, no, that's not what we wanted you to do. So then what we do is we take the actual word we wanted to predict, and we calculate an error rate. So we're like, you got it really, really wrong. So you need to go back and update your model parameters. So that way, next time it's doing the same process again, it hopefully is going to predict thou, or at least get closer to predicting thou. And basically, we do this process lots and lots and lots of times over lots and lots and lots of data. And at the end, what it can do is take in new words and output vector level representations of these words that encode the meaning of them. Super interesting stuff. Okay, there's a link here of this whole thing. I really recommend looking at that.